You've stumbled into another nostalgic void. Drifting, searching with your rose-colored glasses. Fear not. What an Oddcast is here to guide you. With hosts Jared Minikheim, Anthony Denny, Michael Kennedy, and Sven Magnuson. Stay odd and hold on tight.
Welcome back to What an Oddcast. My voice is a little bit deeper than it should be because it's still sick apparently after 3 goddamn weeks. This is episode 245 according to Jared, and I don't believe, but I'm your intro man, Michael Kennedy.
I'm Jared Minikheim.
I'm Anthony Denny.
And the sweet, sultry voice of Michael is here to stay for a while.
Hi guys, I'm Michael.
That is not what I sound like.
Nice to the skin.
I'm very aware of what I sound like. It is about 2 fucking tones deeper.
It is 245.
245, the number of the beast.
Nope. Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
No. We're still a little ways
You
off.
tried, it didn't work, it's fine.
Fine, we'll look this up.
I can, like,
your
this
master
is
will
my
not
normal
be
voice right
pleased.
now. If I try to talk in my normal voice, it's gonna be this. So you're gonna have to deal with this today, gentlemen.
The number 245.
It's gonna be something bad. Like,
Sign
really-
that you need to embrace change and take a leap of faith.
Yeah, we should really settle on a fucking card design. That's what it's saying.
It's just so much time and effort. But how are you guys doing today?
Cold.
Yes, it's fucking freezing down here.
We finished down our heat warning, our chilled warning. We're just gonna pop that right there so you gentlemen can enjoy the heat.
It's fine, but I appreciate it.
Anthony has a space heater
I do.
that we're not using.
My god.
Mike suddenly
balls are so warm now.
Suddenly Mike's like, no, actually I do want that.
Holy fuck. Oh, that. Oh.
I already got.
Mike's fucking cum in his pants. We gave him some heat on his balls.
Well, he finally could.
It doesn't take.
They weren't frozen
It
anymore.
doesn't take much this day, so.
Yeah, no, we, as you may or may not know, we live in Michigan, and southwest-ish Michigan,
It's West Michigan.
West Michigan. So we just had a really nice winter storm and winter chill. And for those who don't know what winter chill is, because
Fucking
you
bullshit.
live in the desert or where it's never cold, it was -2 last night here with a wind chill of -25.
Yep. Yeah, it was like we shouldn't bitch because there were places that were colder, but holy
We don't have
fuck.
hurricanes, we don't have tornadoes.
I would rather have hurricanes than tornadoes, my friends.
But no, there. I don't know if you guys saw, but there was a frostbite warning,
Yeah.
which means if you were outside for prolonged periods,
There
you
was,
got frostbite.
what the fuck was it? There was an Arctic fucking blast of some, like, something to do with, like, everything melting, the Arctic, like, weather's fucked up. Like, the currents and the weather streams, so, like, we're getting hit with what normally wouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fun.
Yeah, it was
It's
cold.
really fun.
I had to be a dad and put my foot down because Orion really wanted to go. He so wanted to go outside last night, and Heather's like, "Oh, he can go outside." I'm like, "Nope."
No.
And I had to do it, and Heather knew I was right because she agreed with me. But she's like,
miserable.
she's like, "You're the bad guy." So I'm like, "I know I'm the bad guy, but I got to be the bad guy."
He's never gonna forgive you for this.
I put on Mickey Mouse and he completely forgot about it.
I was gonna say there's nothing.
He was just
Oh,
like,
Mickey!
yeah, exactly. He was like doing his crocodile tears. Hey everyone, it's me, Mickey Mouse. And he does this fucking thing.
It's just gone.
Like, you guys remember anime?
Yes.
Yeah?
You remember like old school 80s anime where the
do.
villains would always laugh behind their
Oh,
hand?
Yeah.
Orion started laughing behind his hand.
Oh god, it's his villain origin
He's also
story.
learned shush. He'll go around and go shh with his finger up to his lips.
It's his villain origin story.
Correct.
The Villagin story. I like that. And I'm just like, who taught you both of those? Now, the shushing I get, because I shush Hunter all the time. I'll lift up my, and I lift up my pinky, and I put up the Hunter's face, too, because I'm shushing him with my pinky. It's like a shh. So, So I'm not saying he picked it up from me. He could have picked it up from daycare or anything else. But the laughing behind the hand, I don't know what the fuck is going on at
Maybe
daycare.
he saw it on a cartoon he liked.
Maybe.
Yeah. Either way, that's hilarious.
He does say Mickey. He says Icky.
Yay.
Because Icky. Like, cool.
Icky Vicky?
Icky Vicky, Chip
She
Skylark,
says
Joey Fatone.
I like my shiny teeth in me better.
My Trying to Feed Me is the best one.
Skip Sparkly Pants.
Chip Skylark?
No, the other one.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no,
His,
remember
his other one. Who
I don't know
replaced
his
him.
Echo Fighter's name.
Yeah, basically.
I've been rewatching Grim Adventures, so that's been my...
It's a good cartoon.
I still love that cartoon so much.
Yeah.
There's just so much humor that, like,
The
I
orgasm
enjoyed it.
joke.
Well, like, see, there's things like that where it's the whole orgasm joke, but it's death. Like, there's things that I enjoyed as a kid because I just thought it was funny in general. And then as I've gotten older, rewatching and seeing them, and I'm like, oh, these are, like, all references to things that, like, I just hadn't seen because I was too young.
Yep.
Still laughed at it, but, like, now I'm, like, there's the whole fucking Dune episode.
That's
where Mandy's
Mike and I-
giant worm. I was like, oh, this is Dune. I get it now.
Yeah. No,
Like,
Jared, you want to know when I got that? When we saw Dune in theaters. I was watching it. I'm like, oh my god, it's the cinnamon episode.
It's cinnamon
I
and
hadn't seen that
frogs.
episode in forever. So as soon as it popped up, it just clicked in my brain. I was like, "Oh, it's Dune." I get this now.
I mean-
I laughed at it as a kid because it's just Grim Adventures. But
Yeah. Haas Delgado
Dune
being a
I
fucking
fucking
Snake
love
Plissken
Haas.
reference and
Ash Williams.
Ash Williams.
Yes, it's Ash and Snake together.
I fucking love him too.
Who's so
My God, he's raising an army of dancing dinosaurs.
and don't forget Chicken
So
Ball.
fucking stupid.
The chicken ball.
Chicken Ball. Did you get the Chicken Ball yet?
No,
My-
I don't think I got to chicken ball.
One of my favorite episodes, and
Almost
this
a
is
chicken
so
ball.
dumb because it's going to be in the food thing that we're doing in July again.
Oh, here we go.
Is when Billy dies and goes to Valhalla, and he's like, I'm so full, I don't think I could eat another bite. And he tries to, and it's just, his entire gullet is like, and he tries to shove a turkey leg down his
Yeah.
throat.
Yeah.
And you're like, nope, too full. I sound like Billy right now.
You do. That's my
It's
question.
bad.
Will this future thing that's happening in July include video game foods or just
No, just TV. We
Just
need
wanna make
video
sure
games have to be separate.
Just wanted to make sure because we wanted that stale ass Castlevania turkey.
No.
Yes, Judge. I'd like to say that the nachos made my poop really stinky.
Fred Burger.
Fred
Fred Burger. I
Keeper of
would
the Reaper.
like some nachos.
It's just one of those things that like every now and then, I'll just be sitting in silence and then my brain will be like, hey, remember this one catchy, repeatable part of your music from your childhood? The one that always gets me and it pisses me off is Kirby Right Back At Ya, the theme song for that. Because it ends with a right back at ya.
Right back at you.
And
It does.
And
It
now,
does.
fun fact, that was on the Donkey Konga game. It was in the Donkey Kong game, which is why I know it very well.
Because you played it a lot.
Yeah, I love Donkey Konga. And every now and then I'll just fucking be like, right back at you. Right back at you. It's just, I'll hear it in my head and I'll just want to gouge out my
I
eyeballs.
have so many things like that that'll pop in my head throughout the day, and it'll be random shit.
Jared, the worst part about this is now for the next 20, 40 minutes, I'm going to just be right back at you. Yeah, it's going to be on repeat in my head. So if you ever want to piss me off, just go right back at you.
Yeah, I was telling Mike the other week before we even started that on like my drive here, I got that fucking, what is it, a One Direction song or whatever.
You don't know you're beautiful.
No,
That's the
it's
only
the
One
one that
Direction
plays
song I
on
know.
radios everywhere where it's kind of like Everything is
Never
Awesome,
did-
but it's not Everything is Awesome. It's like a great time. Everybody have a great time or something.
You have a good time. Whoa.
No, that's Carly Rae Jepsen in Owl City.
But either way, it plays on the radio a lot, and I heard it at a lot of different jobs. And like that song, as annoying as I found it, the chorus for it is catchy enough that every now and again it'll just pop in my head, and then I'll start singing it, and I'm like, "Oh, you son of a fucking bitch!"
Got an earworm.
God damn it. So no, yes, but I've been rewatching that because I finished Sons. and then I was just kind of I couldn't sleep the other night, and I bounced onto randomly Billy and Mandy, and I was like, yeah, sure, fuck it. And then I've just been like, oh god, I miss this show so much. I love it.
What I've been doing in my spare time while painting my minifigures, which no one should do, but everyone should do.
No one should do it, but everyone
Henry
should do
Cavill, I challenge you to a duel.
it. Hypnotoad.
You would die so.
Oh yeah, that man's been playing.
Man will paint you.
I know. He'll paint me and he'll beat my ass.
Oh,
And
that's
he'll
what
beat
that's
me,
what I mean. He'll beat you so bad he will paint you
Yeah.
as he beats you.
and then he'll beat me in the game too. No, he's a sweetheart. He wouldn't do that.
I'd like to move my
But-
right night. And he just comes over and just breaks your arm.
That's not how you play. I'm sorry, I don't have anyone to play with. I don't know.
I've never played before.
You spent too many points building your army. I don't know what you mean.
Yep.
And just to hear snapping of
Falling right
bones.
into my dragon's trap. I didn't even know that was a thing.
There's dragons.
Yep, there's dragons.
He's Henry Cavill. He's a man everyone wants to be.
How do you-
No, but I've been listening to a 4-hour breakdown of Hereditary.
Why have you been doing that?
Because I love Hereditary. It's a great movie.
It's a good movie.
Jared, he's going through the whole movie. It's a great video. There's a second video that's 11 minutes long.
Need to correct these few things.
So after I'm done with this 4.5-hour video, it's great. Dude, the reason why it's 4.5 hours is because he's going scene by scene and explaining everything in there. And I'm just like, oh, that's neat. And it's just
This movie about death.
if I hear fucking Aleister Crowley outside of this video anymore, I'm gonna fucking headbutt myself. Because Aleister Crowley is mentioned a lot, believe it or not, for mysticism and witchcraft.
I mean, yeah, that was his whole spiel.
Did you know that? And actually, let me shout out because I'm going to steal information from this guy's video, so it's only polite to give proper credit. This is Novum Hereditary, 34 hours and 38 minutes.
Yeah.
Look at that red line. I'm taking away. But the Aleister Crowley is the one who spelt magic with a K.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did not know that was him.
Yeah, because it's not magic like flinging lightning bolt
Yeah,
and
he
fire
was-
bolts. No, it was all about
Sex magic.
Yeah, like, can we fucking live forever? And if I fuck, can I do this? Can I do that? Like, that was his whole thing. But
I got spoiler alert for one of those answers, Mr. Crowley.
it just turns out when you eat your own shit a lot, like, there's just bad things that start to happen to your body.
Yeah,
like,
you
you don't get immortality.
Yeah, literally.
Shock.
No, and we
he
learned
was
about
a weird
his
man.
adventures in Africa.
Yeah.
Where he's like, you know what? We should do some gay sex magic in Africa.
Yeah. He was literally a dude that just shows up and is like, all right, everyone in for an orgy, and for some reason would convince a large group of people.
Well,
He was just that guy.
yeah. I mean, there's always one.
It's
true.
It's always one.
It's
He should have been working in the kitchen.
Should have been.
He's a perv. He'd be perfect.
I don't know. He's more of an addict, if you ask me.
Well, yeah, I guess,
Yeah,
I guess it
either
is
that,
more, 'cause yeah, all right. I would
After a
take
certain
that.
point, it goes from pervert to addiction. Like licking pussy.
Chad, you feel good with that one?
No.
Listeners, I want to personally apologize for any offense
I
Anthony
want
just
to personally
caused you.
apologize as well. That was beyond what I should have done. That was barbaric.
Yes.
Michael, do you have a One Piece watch that you want to talk about?
That's not how we introduced the fucking pot, but it's fine. typically it just comes up naturally, and I'd be like, speaking of that, this is...
But the problem is Michael is dying.
I'm trying to save what little bit of voice I have, but it's pointless
fair.
at this point. Yeah, I do. So where did we leave off last time? Were we
Good question.
at Fishman Island? Had I been to Fishman Island yet?
We're beyond fish.
No,
we didn't do
now.
blood. We didn't do blood.
Okay, so we were just getting to Fishman Island.
We must have been just...
We had just met Davy Jones. Well, Van and Decker.
Yeah, Van and Decker, yeah. Because there's a fish man who eats devil fruit.
Yeah, he eats the Mark fruit. So if he touches you with his left
He
hand,
turned to Mark Ruffalo and Mark Wahlberg. What an awful food.
You don't. You are marked, and he can throw anything at you, and it will find you. Because you are
racist and
marked.
also shy at the same time.
I don't like my movie.
Honestly, all of Fishman Island was wild and a lot of, I'm going to say this as filler, but it wasn't filler because we did have a lot of good plot points. It's really just about systemic racism in the world of One Piece and overcoming that and realizing that humans and fishmen will eventually
Interbreed.
Yeah, well, no. They will eventually live in harmony together. There's really only, like, 4 critical things that happen, right? We learn of one of the ancient weapons, who is Princess Himahoshi. Yes.
I don't know. All I remember is the long one.
Which one?
The princess.
Yeah.
Princess Sarahoshi.
Yes, that one. She's a weapon. We learn.
Damn straight, I'll let her weapon me.
We learn of Noah, which is the giant ark that was built in the Void Century, to help evacuate Fishman Island in case of emergencies. We learn that Luffy still has a lot of training to do with his hockey and his just overall abilities. Because he almost gets fucking murked by a fishman who's on super drugs.
Holy.
Yep. and then we learn the voice of all things, which is again a great fucking name. And it's basically just you are able to talk to dragons and monsters and shit.
You could understand everything.
You understand everything. Yeah, the voice of all things.
From birds to
bugs.
That's. I mean, honestly, Fishman Island was a lot, but nothing happens other than a civil war. Mm-hmm. You learn about who Big Mom is, and
who cares about civil war?
You learn. You get your first iteration of Joy Boy.
Certainly not my ancestors.
Yeah.
Joy Boy's great.
So that nothing.
We still don't know who he is.
Oh, you don't know who he is?
Well,
No,
we do know. We know who Joy Boy is. We just don't know who Joy Boy is.
Yeah. We know the legend, who the legend is of Joy Boy.
Okay.
What Joy Boy has
who
done.
He actually is, you don't know.
Yeah, like who's underneath the mask of V for Vendetta.
Just for the listeners, that might seem confusing.
Yeah, we know who he is, but we don't know what he's doing.
There is something One Piece adjacent that I do need to talk about, that I talked to about a little bit about Anthony, that it's gonna...
Makima's titties.
No.
Dude, I love me some titties. Anyway,
apparently Nami's titties got even bigger because the underwater pressure actually was keeping them compressed, and when they popped up, they popped out. So, but we did make it to the New World, and we're interfering with the Navy, and we learned a few new things. But the thing, again, not a whole lot. Fishman Island was a lot, and people told me it was going to be a lot to get through, and you just had to get through it.
My pants hurt.
My balls hurt.
From 2019 to 2024, we have been in the anime and in the manga in Wano County, or country. Wano Country.
Going to it?
Right. Going to it, been there, done all the shit. I am further along. My For You page sometimes comes up with, like, people that are, like, watching One Piece like I am, like, years behind, just catching up. These people, and I don't know if it's for clicks or for views, these people
could be
have somehow miraculously avoided any cultural osmosis from Gear 5 to who's on the crew to all this shit. And it blows my fucking mind because I am getting to a point where this person is at Water 7 right before Enies Lobby. Again, great fucking arc.
Best arc of the whole series.
One of the best arcs. I really like Thriller Bark, but that's just me.
No, that's fair.
I really like the fucking Marineford too. And Impel Down was so good. It's all good.
It's all good.
But they are just at Water 7, and they're like, yeah. So they're like, so, you know, in the past, anytime we've gotten backstory about a character, they've joined the crew. And we're getting a lot of backstory about Frankie. How is he gonna be the next? How the fuck? How the fuck did you not know that? That's it. How have you not seen anything that shows that? Which is, I guess, Anthony's like, it's understandable because Frankie changes his look after the time skip quite a bit. He's a cyborg.
down. I mean,
But the other one is Brooke, who we meet in Thriller Bark, who's the skeleton man. And another For You push is like,
okay.
another For You came up and they're like, so we're getting a lot of backstory about Brooke. Is Brooke gonna join the How have you not seen any promotional anything? How have you been so in? How are you just not on the internet? You have to be on the internet because you're watching it
Mama
somehow.
don't let me use no
And
internet.
I don't understand how you like. I don't know how things happen, but I know what happens, and so like I know. From A, we're going to get to B, and B's going to be fun. And the journey for me is the experience. But I don't know how people are just like, yeah, I don't understand how this person's going to be. Oh, it just blows my fucking mind that you're just so in the dark. Because, like, fucking Netflix is releasing the Egghead arc
Felt this way before.
on weekly basis after the last thing that they have is the War on Marineford, which is before the time skip. So they're 540 missing episodes on Netflix. And I don't know how to take that. And the promotional on Netflix is the new Egghead trailer, which shows Jimbei, Brooke, and Frankie all on the sunny.
And that would not give away.
Also, spoilers for anyone that is just getting to Ennis Lobby. Fucking get ready to cry, because you're not going to be with that ship much longer.
Why?
Because fucking trial by fire, motherfucker.
Okay.
But yeah, that's where I'm at in One Piece. We're getting to the New World, so we're about to get some warlords and some emperors and a bunch of random
screenshots.
shit.
That's rude.
From what? On.
I'm not going to say the website.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, what? Okay. From.
I was gonna send it to Jared as a screenshot.
Who
but
is it?
That's stuff, Cameron.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I doubt that.
I tried sending you porn, Jared, and it wouldn't let me screenshot.
That can't be real, but it's fine.
That can't be. I mean, it was. I mean, that was nice to look at, but that can't be the real.
No.
I'm gonna trust Mike, who's been following the woman for long.
Yeah,
that
no.
he doesn't believe it.
Absolutely not. Why are you looking that up? Can I just...
Like I said, I was going to send Jared porn.
Okay.
And I was trying to think of someone obscure that Jared wouldn't know at the top of his head.
Fair.
And
fair.
Because originally I was going to do Nami porn, but there's no official Nami porn.
No,
And
there's
I don't
not.
want to send fetish porn to
Nope.
Jared. So I was like, Dove Cameron. I wonder if she's done anything.
No, she hasn't.
No,
I
you're
would
thinking
know.
of other celebrities.
No, of course, I know many celebrities who've done
I remember the fat thing.
Kim Kardashian,
She had come on her back.
and Khloe Kardashian,
A little bit better.
Bruce Jenner.
I never liked any
sorry,
of the Kardashians.
I don't like the Kardashians.
I don't like the Kardashians myself. I just
Never thought they were really pretty.
I don't think that.
controversial on this podcast, man. We're gonna get hate mail from the
I highly doubt
Kardashian
that.
fans. I'm surprised we haven't gotten Swift fucking angry yet off the title
Why?
of our last one.
The first off,
I defended them.
They're
They
called
were-
Swift.
Oh, I know, but people, it's like I just assumed
They're-
people wouldn't actually listen.
we're
to
not
read it.
popular enough.
And that's fair. Because we called it, because I went with the Swifties.
Yeah, but the
The
Swifties.
fucking murder busters, because that just killed me. Just
Well,
that,
maybe
that
they're like.
episode was so much fucking fun. If you're coming in from 44, thank you, because that episode was. I had so much fun going back editing that.
The best part is every time we mention Taylor Swift in an episode, we can hashtag her.
Hashtag Taylor Swift.
Trend surf.
Tay.
You guys gotta hold it for a second. I got pee.
Okay.
I don't want to have to hold it though.
Why didn't you go before we started? You know I don't have a voice, so I don't know why you think we would be able to
Well-
handle this.
Well, I guess I'll vamp a little bit. Save Mike's voice. I don't want him to.
It's not gonna work. It's already gone. You heard it going in that One Piece rant.
I mean,
It started to frack.
I just figured we'd do the One Piece. It's what we normally do, but I didn't know if you know. Anyway.
No, it's fine. It's just not there. At oh God! Also, real quick, there are one more One Piece thing.
Okay.
Huge spoilers. Huge spoilers. Huge spoilers. And I gotta remember to tell this to Anthony, so you're gonna hear it twice. People that are skipping filler episodes in One Piece.
Yeah.
Stop. Watch it all. Because there's this one dude who's like getting towards like the end where and there's a warlord named Bartholomew Kuma who has the paw proof that separated the Star Hats on Sabaody.
Okay.
And everyone's like, oh, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead. In one of the episodes, he literally says, like, I'm not long for this world in my current state, but I'm working for the Revolutionary Army, and so I'm separating them for their own good. And this motherfucker on TikTok comes in and be like, when did he start working for the Revolutionary Army? Motherfucker, 540 fucking episodes ago, you dumb piece of shit! God damn.
Are we yelling at the audience or at Jared?
Get back!
I mean, it might be
Hurry!
both.
What's that?
The box.
Oh, it's Jared's.
Yeah. I don't know, you
So-
fucking ordered it.
So,
Yeah, get
I remember what I was going to tell you when I brought up spoilers earlier.
Right.
Or people skipping
The fillers.
One Piece. So there was someone who must have skipped.
You fucking bought us into my house, dumbass.
It's whatever you want with your gift card, idiot.
You sent me a picture of it that I got at my house.
Oh, this was for you. If that's what it is.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was trying. That's what I had
Oh.
messaged you about. You stupid fuck.
I
You-
thought
You don't read anything I actually send you when I was like.
No, you send
yeah,
a lot
this is
sometimes.
this is for Orion and blah blah blah. And,
Oh, I thought it was.
yeah,
I thought it was
this
for the
is
podcast.
This is Orion stuff.
Well,
That's why I was trying to tell you, like, hey, this is coming. And then after you was after
What
you had
is it?
sent the thing that it was on the porch, that's why I responded with, oh, the hamper for blah blah blah. There's potty training for blah blah blah.
Oh, that's
like
cool.
I was sending it ahead of
Neat.
time.
I'm sorry. I thought
Anyway.
it was for a podcast, so I was like, oh, Jared. I don't know if it was the same thing. You talk about a lot
Yeah.
of things.
Yeah, we
looked
talked-
at the cameras.
Yeah, we talked about
I
cameras,
mean, that's
microphones,
true.
and separators.
It was on your. It was your package, so I'm not opening it.
Anyway, so
It's not funny.
Sabaody is technically a filler episode, right? Not a whole lot happens other than you're really introduced to Silver's Rayleigh and hockey and mermaid people. Really, that's it. Like in the world of mermaid, right? Someone skipped it. And then they got all the way to the end. And the guy comes on. And is like, you want to know what the biggest jump scare was in One Piece for me? And it's like episode like 1077, whatever. And it's Dragon Ivankov, and then like he's covering something, and he moves away, and he's like, it's Kuma. When the fuck did Kuma join the Revolutionary Army?
He's always been
I
part of the Revolutionary.
fucking know! And I was so pissed at that. I was like, fucking in Sabaody. He tells the motherfucker he's working for, who's he tell? He tells Rayleigh that he's working with the Revolutionary Army and separating them to spare them from this battle.
Yeah, like it's brought up many a time.
I know!
It's brought up at Marine Force.
I know!
We used to be friends. What happened to you?
Yes. I was just,
Dude, you can't skip Sabaody. There are some you can skip. I'd never recommend skipping One Piece because it is funny, and there are, even in the filler, some stuff is brought up that's important later.
like people, because like you know that motherfucker skips Skypiea too.
Oh, fuck
And you're
people
mi-
who skip
yeah,
Skypiea.
and you're missing everything.
Yo, if you now let's get let's get a hater who can do this, because I'm gonna say if you fucking skip Skypiea in One Piece, you fucking suck. That's such an important thing.
Yeah, me and Anthony were talking about it earlier. Skypiea and you know that
The
whole
iceberg one.
Yes. Yeah, the Pacino family. Like I was talking about with Anthony earlier. That One Piece was supposed to end like 20 years ago, guys. Like that was like where Endgame was coming in at, and so like because Oda decided he had 1,000 more stories to tell, it just continued. But like that was leading up to what could have been Endgame and are very important going forward if you're connecting any dots and pieces. But it just pissed me off, and so I want to be like, when did Kuma start working for the Revolution? Fucking always! Since fucking Vegapunk gave him free will, essentially.
Why do you think he's been a good guy?
Right! But it's only the Kuma with the Bible. That's how you know he's a good guy.
Well, because there's also the
You're talking
pacifistas.
The pacifistas.
Yeah.
The PX1s, PX0s.
PX. Well, Kuma's PX0.
Zero, yeah.
And then there's 1, 2, 3.
9. That
Yeah.
goes to 9.
Yeah. Where they're just exactly him.
And they just have...
Lasers. Pew pew.
the one, yeah, no, it's the one's devil fruit. The light guy's devil fruit.
I don't know all their names.
Yeah, the one of the vice or the
I'm
admirals.
going to say the Hito Hito no Mi, because that is completely incorrect.
Yep. Anyway, that's all One Piece for now. We can move
All right,
on.
there's
Sorry.
One Piece catching up.
I believe
watching.
season 2 started being recorded or written out. Or
Yes,
something.
it's being for live action.
Yeah.
Netflix actually has their own One Piece category now.
Damn straight. Because they did what. That's what happens when you do a good adaptation.
Also, I watched the Yu Yu Hakusho live action. It's not One Piece, but it's okay. I'm glad. I don't really.
I'm a ginger with a light sword.
Don't make fun of Kuwabara. Kuwabara's amazing. He gets a better sword later. It's fine. In the Tournament of Evil.
But so you know Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, I was thinking it was the
Spirit
other one
Detective.
they tried. That didn't, but
I don't
No,
think
no.
they're gonna get renewed for another season. So take
Well-
that as you will.
Anthony, there was something that did come up news-wise that I was gonna bring up to you, and I think I forgot last week. The Godzilla, the new Godzilla movie that got made.
Which one?
-1.
Yes. yeah. Okay.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah. So -1. Apparently, its original run did so well. Not only did they extend it, the director has said that they're gonna re-release it, but do a black and white to pay homage
Fuck
to the
yeah.
original Godzilla.
Fuck yeah.
So that is something that's apparently going to be hitting theaters this year. Is a
I-
black and white re-release.
I love a good movie that they do a black and white. Not
I was
Max,
pretty excited to see that. Of like
Logan.
everything I'd seen about that, I was like, "That's a movie that will do well with that." So yeah, that
One-Eyed
we have to
Werewolf.
keep our eyes out for that one.
One empty bottle.
No. Thank you.
Did you see they did a colored version of One Night Werewolf?
Yeah, I didn't watch it
I
because the
did
black
not
and
watch
white.
the color one because the black and white was very. I
didn't
enjoyed
want
it.
to.
Purpose.
I agree. I agree that the color ruins it because the black and white then ending out on a color thing was just better impact with how they told that story.
Dude, what we should do is we should build a time machine. Go back in time with that thing.
Go back in time.
Before Wizard of Oz comes out,
Oh,
have that color ending
speaking-
and never explain it and go away.
Speaking of going
Fair.
back in time,
Fuck off.
so I had a friend of mine
Wow.
tell me that I needed to watch the Amazon movie Totally Killer because we were talking about horror movies and they were like, yeah,
Those
if you
other
liked
friends.
Freaky, go back and watch, go check out Totally Killer. You'll like that one too.
Yes, you told me.
I was very skeptical because I was like, I'm not a big Happy Death Day fan, as weird as it sounds. Like, I just didn't care for him. This one kind of has that feel. It was like Freaky instead of Freaky Friday. This one is very much Back to the Future, but insert there's a killer instead of trying to keep your parents together. But also still keeping your fucking parents together while also trying to make sure they don't fucking die.
Instead of not
It was
fucking your
fun.
mother, you have to make sure she doesn't get fucking murdered.
It was fun. It has moments like that where it's like, yeah, you're back in the 80s, your parents are your age, so like you're trying to make sure they don't die at this time, but also make sure they don't start fucking because you were told by your dad specifically, we didn't get together till after high school. We wouldn't have worked. So then it becomes like, no, you two need to stop. Stop. You're too
Goddamn.
horny.
Marty.
You need to stop.
We have to go back. We have to go back to the past so you can fuck your mother.
And they make a lot of references with that too, of like, oh my god, is my arm gonna start vanishing? Or like, that's not how time works. That's not a thing.
Some would say that it's a lot like a rug. There's a lot of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff.
Sure.
It was a lot of fun. So yeah, if you haven't checked that out yet and you liked Freaky, that one was also really good.
On movies,
Yes.
Jared, this is going to be more towards you and me. I don't know if Anthony has a whole lot to say on this, but
Anthony looks down at the ground. Oh.
No. Okay, is this the big penis party? Is that
No.
way I gotta go?
we've talked about this. I'm average. Hate not having a voice. The movie The Iron Claw.
Okay.
Yep, I'm out.
About the wrestling family, the Von Erichs, right? You've watched wrestling, so I assume you know the story of the Von Erichs and the absolute shit show tragedy that is one of the few wrestling families that I've watched and I know their story.
Okay.
So people went in thinking that was going to be a happy movie because they don't know anything about wrestling or the Von Erichs. People and if you watch the advertisement, it's not advertised as like a drama, right?
No.
It is very much like a happy family movie. It's not. And it made me fucking laugh. People I bawled my fucking eyes out. As you should.
Here's the thing, folks. Most movies you see being made about any kind of wrestler that is not a modern wrestler, probably not going to be a happy story. Like, the Fighting with My Family is a rare exception where it was more modern. This one is not modern.
No.
They don't have happy endings.
No.
Like, there's a reason that the littler rinks like that don't exist anymore.
I've seen The Wrestler.
There's
I know
not
what
happy
happens.
endings.
And they all died.
Yeah, they all
Yeah.
die. Because, as much as we make the haha joke that wrestling is fake, it is physically demanding.
Oh, yeah.
Constantly.
That's the thing. Like, even if you go, like, there are interviews with some of the wrestlers, like, that were around when we were kids, with, like, Undertaker and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. No.
And they talk about, like, you're touring 365 days out of the year, and, like, you maybe get 2 hours out of your day to sleep, and then you're right back to the gym or on a stage. Like, it's rough.
And if you're The Rock, you're popping steroids.
It's fucking rough.
It's funny. There's a podcast that I listen to called Crime and Sports, and they do wrestling episodes, and wrestling episodes are always really big episodes. Like, sometimes they're multi-parters, sometimes they're like 3.5 hours long. And like any wrestling episode, when there used to be like the regional wrestlings, like whatever.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you would travel to different ones. You do on stage 6 nights a week, so you'd take uppers to keep you up. You get drunk to fall asleep, and you were just in that constant fucking cycle.
Take uppers to be awake, take downers to...
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's physically demanding, and it's amazing that more people have not died on
it
stage.
is.
Because...
I mean, even off stage, like, just the stories I've heard
Coke
behind the stage before they go on is like, how the fuck did none of you fucking die before
it's
hitting
bad.
that stage?
So I'm getting
Jesus
on my
Christ.
For You pages every now and then. I'll get Hulk Hogan telling
Oh, God.
stories. And first off, if Hulk Hogan says that it's raining, you walk outside to check.
Yeah,
I do not believe a man where this man said, because there was a thing he was describing it. I don't know what show. I think it was on Rogan or something.
That probably.
And he had a hammer. It is like, they're like, oh, you actually hit a guy with a hammer? He's like, oh yeah, I hit a guy with a hammer. Yeah, that's what I did on the wrestling thing. I hit him with a hammer. No, you didn't. You probably tapped him very lightly. You're a professional. No, again, they're great. They're physically the thing. You could probably swing that hammer super hard and stop it right before you hit the skin.
Anthony, do you know the inside thing that they used to do in the 80s, and especially like towards the Attitude Era, as they call it in the 90s? You know why they used to be so bloody?
Why?
It's not because they were hitting each other so hard.
No.
You know what they would do? You know why they all wear wrist guards back in the day?
Did they have fake blood?
No, Anthony, you wish it was.
Oh, they had
fake
razor
blood.
blades?
Yes.
They have razor blades, so when you get hit with that chair,
Oh, you
you're
just cut
secretly
yourself.
putting
Yourself.
your thing up,
Yep.
cutting yourself.
Blood
So,
comes
like,
up. Yep.
Like Eddie Guerrero about died on stage because of that.
Oh, yeah,
because
lost so
he
much
fucking
fucking
cut
blood.
himself too deep and
Too
too
deep.
much. And then got the shit kicked out of him. So he was just... I watched the match where this happened. The floor of that fucking ring was redder than anything I've ever seen in my life. And the man was white as a fucking sheet and still managed to be like, I'm gonna win this fight. And they had to call the match. It was like, dude, you can't even fucking stand anymore. Like, there's more blood in the ring than in your fucking body. At this
Bring
point.
it on, Macho
But, like,
Man.
So, like,
You're
yeah,
against
like,
Randy
yeah, it's
Orton.
fake. They didn't really hit each other, but, like, they're still cutting the shit out of themselves. They're taking
Yeah.
so many fucking medications. They're
Yeah.
bleeding out doing
Yeah.
it.
Again,
It is.
Like,
It is a show. It is just not a good.
it is a physically
time.
demanding show. Like we if you've never noticed, we never shit talk wrestling on this
No.
podcast.
No.
Because even though we don't all watch it, we all respect it.
And I like. And I did. Sorry, I did
You
the.
did. Yeah, you redneck
Little
anime.
specials.
Yeah, I did like a little side project that may come back at some point too. Been talking with a couple people, but anyway, I had to learn like the whole backstory to wrestling, and that was the whole thing, was like picking the guy out of the crowd and being like, you can't beat up this big, tall, buff guy, but it was all rigged so that you would win. Just put on a good show, and like that's where it originated from. So like, yeah, they fake it. It's just sometimes things get fucked up. Like the dude who you're doing something with is the dude protecting you. As weird as that sounds.
Yep.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, shit can always go wrong.
Oh fuck yeah! There's people that, like.
You can be walking outside, get struck by lightning.
You could fucking pull a muscle. Like, there's been people who'll pull their bicep, and it's just because you were lifting too much than you thought you could at that moment. It's just one of those.
And then the women are get up their titties out.
But yeah, so that's yeah. All right, anyway,
I can't wait for The Rock to come back and not be a heel anymore. Because there's no way The Rock is going back to be a heel.
You know what? Honestly,
I don't. He's worked
It
too
might-
hard.
I mean, he has worked hard, but like that's what he was. They might
Yeah.
try to put him back into
Yeah,
that.
and
like,
that was also back when he was physically fit and clean.
You're saying he's not now, Anthony? Are you saying that The Rock is not physically fit and clean now?
I'm saying that he is physically fit. He will whoop my ass if I ever saw him. He would rip me in half.
Yeah.
But that man is on so many steroids that he's half fucking IV fluid.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably fair. I mean,
Like, he's 50. No 50-year-old, even if you work out every day and you get those extra lives from the Grim Reaper himself, you ain't
an extra year.
You're not doubling your mass from when you were in your physical prime.
he's gonna get sent
He
to the
also
sun.
has
An ego?
fake boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
Oh
implants.
yeah, a lot of wrestlers get
Yeah.
implants. It's because you can't physically have that kind of
No.
clean cut muscle.
Yeah.
You have to get that.
Yeah. Like, for those who don't know, and you probably do, listeners, like,
Yep.
actors who do scenes, like men who do the scenes, like in The Witcher we'll go to with Henry Cavill, like he was dehydrated for like 3 days. So his muscles were as bulky as he possibly could be. Like,
Because your fat sits on top of muscle, so
you have
in
to
a natural state, you're not going to see the defining things.
that's
that
my
you
issue,
see.
too.
It's when people
drink too much water, Mike.
I know.
Mike, stop drinking water.
I know.
Yeah, so they dehydrate so that it pulls that skin tighter.
Yeah, it's never healthy. You will,
Or
you
implants.
listener,
Well, it depends.
and I'm speaking to this as the kindness as I am in the same boat as you. You will never look like that.
No.
Don't
Folks,
try.
I look myself in the mirror every day and I say, "You're not an Adonis. You're a
Scary
clown."
thought.
You know what? I live with it.
You can still work out. You can still be healthy. You can still do all that stuff. But just know, you physically cannot do that. Because, like, as...
Fucking watch me. Watch me.
Hey, you know what? But then I show up at a McDonald's and the blob walks in and I go, "You know what? At least I'm not there yet."
Sometimes I'm the prettiest girl at Walmart.
Sometimes I am. Sometimes I am. Sometimes the other people that are around me, I'm just like, "You know what? I'm not there yet." We're headed somewhere, but I'm not there yet. I'm not 2 a.m. at a Walmart, you know?
Here you go. So, we've all seen Always Sunny. Mike might have.
And
But,
bits and
like,
pieces.
Yeah.
McElhenney. Rob
Yeah.
McElhenney. He plays Mac.
Yep.
He was very fat.
Yeah.
And then very fit.
Yep.
Yeah.
You want to hear his quote about that?
I think I've heard this, but yes.
Look, it's not that hard. All you need to do is lift weights 6 days a week, stop drinking alcohol, don't eat anything after 7 p.m., don't eat any carbs or sugar at all. In fact, don't eat anything you like. Get a personal trainer for Magic Mike, sleep 9 hours a night, run 3 miles a day, have studio pay for the whole thing over 6 to 7 month span.
Yep.
I don't know why everyone's not doing this. It's super realistic lifestyle and appropriate body image to compare oneself to.
Have you seen interviews with him talking about when he got fat?
Yeah.
Pint of
And
ice cream.
Yeah, just like, get a pint of ice cream, let it mostly melt down, and then you just kind of, you just slurp it down.
Like, fuck! Props
It's
to
like,
that.
he's like, I lost 50 pounds for a season, and then over the course of the off time, I lost all of it. And it's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, like...
Even his co-hosts there were just like, he's fucking insane. Like, nobody should have done that. We told him it's a terrible idea.
And the best part is, he did it for a joke. It wasn't even originally in the series.
Wow.
It's just for the joke of the season.
He was just like, you know what'd be really funny if I got really fat?
Jesus
And then
Christ.
I lost it all.
See,
I got really buff instead.
yeah.
So bad.
It's terrible.
It is. But, yeah, so, what
How
we're
do you
saying
think
here...
His wife felt. Who plays D? How do you think she?
Oh, that's his wife?
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, no, he's married to her.
God, does that mean the guy who plays Dennis is married to Danny DeVito? That's the only left people.
Charlie's married to the woman who plays the waitress. Mac is married to D. The Dennis System episode, I found out the woman that he's trying to get in that episode, that is Dennis's actual wife. So, like, all their wives are in that one. I was like, oh, shit, I didn't know he was married to her. That's cool.
That's fun. That explains why she's in the video, or the Rob McElhenney pronunciation.
I think I've even seen a thing with Charlie Day before when they asked about, like, how does your wife feel about being the waitress? And he was, I think he said before something about, like, my wife wouldn't have been okay if it was someone else. Like, she'd rather it be her that I'm obsessive over in a
You know
show.
what? That's fair. I don't.
So it's not like some other woman that I come home every day and I'm like, I gotta play this scene, like, blah, blah, blah. Like,
yeah. I gotta play the scene where I jack off to her. You know.
no, so it's a
No.
fun time.
How do you think celebrities feel? Do you think it's just a big orgy in Hollywood?
No.
Because of how much, like, I know
If that
filming
were the
sex
case,
scenes,
there wouldn't be so many lawsuits.
No, Jared, consensual. I'm talking about like when people film their sex scenes. In
Oh,
movies.
you know, there's filthy tapes everywhere.
Yeah. Well,
No.
first off, their dicks are never out, and the girls are all wearing.
But all the
underwear.
tapes are old. It's from when cocaine was still really, really, really big and not.
Is that
replaced by other
Weinstein,
things.
Epstein, and Cosby?
Okay.
You get some more flowers and dip it in the powder. It's good.
That reminds me of like early YouTube. I don't know if you guys remember Tobuscus before he went fucking.
Before he became terrible too.
Yeah, before it was revealed he was terrible. And people were always like, "Man, how's this guy have to be so high energy, not on cocaine?"
He's on cocaine.
He's on cocaine. That was the answer. That was the best fucking joke.
Surprise!
Oh, I know. There was something I forgot to mention at the end, and it was something I saw after
Matthew Patrick.
the fact. No, you sent the thing about the game theorists that
Matt.
they're going away.
No. He is Matt Pat.
He's
Yeah.
retiring.
He is stepping down so he can focus on his family and be
Okay.
all that. So the Game Theorist channel and all the theory channels are still they're each going to go
He's
to a
taking
different.
a step back.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's taking
Okay.
a step back.
Well, it was you sent that you sent that was going on, whatever, and it's it's funny. Meat Canyon did a thing because apparently Matt Pat had put him up there as like people, YouTubers that have left, whatever, and he's like, I get why everyone thinks I've left. I have not left. It is
Yes.
just. I'm an artist. Like, I am literally someone where, like, unless I feel like I want to draw it or I want to make it, I'm not going to do it. And YouTube makes it to where I feel forced into a corner of I have to put this out right now, but I don't like it. So, like, I'm not going to make shitty cartoons that, like, I'm not good making just to keep up with it. He's like, I'll put it out when I feel something inspires me for it, and I'll do this. He's like, but it's not like everyone goes without because I have other things I'm doing. It's just YouTube is such a shit show for that like, it doesn't fit.
It's
The creativity that I'm doing, it does not fit.
a lot of people. Like I'm not saying a lot of people, but many people are stepping down. They're taking more rec, which
YouTube is just
you should. You not overwork yourself for anything.
Do not overwork yourself. And like, I see that with a lot of channels now, where, like, they have to make 2 or 3 channels just to keep up with the fucking bullshit that YouTube keeps coming up with. And it's not realistic for fucking anybody.
No, that's what. Because I watched Matt Pat's entire goodbye video because it's like half an hour long. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he's been doing this for 10 years. So like, I've been like, oh my god, this guy is, he's like, I'm 37. I've been going home at dinner and thinking about theory videos. Have not spent a single time alone with my wife and child not thinking about work, which is why he's stepping away. And like, that is the healthy decision. Like, I'm sure.
It's not like he doesn't have 4 companies underneath him that are going to make him millions of dollars.
Oh yeah, no.
Like, he and his wife do consulting for, like, up-and-coming and influencers and multimedia corporations. So, like, good for him. Like, here's the thing. Matter of fact, you've done your time. Fucking go.
No, he's on his
Go.
own.
I agree.
He like,
Everyone else will soon.
everyone's gonna age out.
You cannot, it is not. So, I don't like to say this because we're trying to make a living doing a podcast.
Adapt or survive.
At some point,
I mean,
you can only play video games so long and make money. You can, eventually your shit will run dry. Like, enjoy it while you can, but make sure you were prepared for the inevitable.
that's fair.
All I'm saying.
That's right. Like, I think a great example of all this is probably Markiplier, because he's,
Yeah.
he was way back 10 years ago. God, I'm so old that I don't think 10 years is way back.
Yeah.
No, I get where you're coming from. Yeah.
But like when Five Nights at Freddy's came out, and he's adapted stuff. Like, he's now going to be making a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did that Honest thing with
Yep.
that other YouTuber, which has the best unintentional joke ever. When he asked Siri to call him Daddy,
Yeah.
and he says, I can't find a father in your contacts. Would you like me to add one? His dad died like 2 months before then. It's so funny. Because it's like,
That's bad.
everyone is getting, we're aging out.
Yeah.
As old as we are,
Yeah.
they were already old when
Yeah, they were.
when we were young, and now
In the realm of YouTube stuff too, there was another interview I saw with Rhett McLaughlin from Rhett and Link.
Mhm.
He was asked about how the whole Smosh thing went because people were like, "Are you guys Like, was that like a loss for you? Blah blah blah. He's like, no, we originally bought Smosh as a temporary thing. Like, that was the deal with Ian. Was, hey, company backed out on you. You're gonna fail. Instead of everyone going jobless, we'll help you out. We have an umbrella that we can take you under.
Yep.
He's like, and now that Anthony's come back, we had been talking with them the past year of like, do you want to take the company back? Do you want to do your own thing? So we helped him get stable ground, and we sold it back to him. We're like, that was the deal. It was temporary. You guys are ready to go on your own, and that's what they have done now.
Yeah.
So like, they sold it back because it was very much, we don't want to own you. We just wanted to help.
I like Red and Link. They're such a good people.
If anything ever comes out bad about those two, I will literally hurt someone.
I will have no more
You know
faith
the
in
worst
anyone.
thing that came out about them? Honestly, Anthony,
What?
do you know their history?
That they're from North Carolina.
That they used to be missionaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the worst thing that came out, was that they were heavy Christian.
They were mildly annoying for a few years of their lives. Oh well.
And that's something even they talk about, is like that after they came out with like, we did away with religion, they were like, there were so many fans we had that were like, you guys betrayed God, blah blah blah. And it's like, we just realized that wasn't our passion. It's not that we don't believe, it's just we didn't want to keep doing what we were doing.
I mean, and also you got to think about
God
like
damn,
first off,
people.
there's nothing wrong with following your religion as long as
as long as you're not hurting anybody.
as long as
who
you're not
gives a
hurting
shit?
anything, do whatever you want. But it's also people got to realize like they're from North Carolina. Now, whenever I talk about North Carolina, I say I was born in North Carolina. I will never say I'm from North Carolina.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is, like, I feel like the more south you go, the more religion becomes big. Because my uncle moved down that way, and the same thing happened to him. Never religious before, moved down there, suddenly he was more religious.
Yeah,
it's
because
it's just a thing in the customs there. So
well, it's like
it'll happen.
it's like in the military and smoking. You get smoking breaks in the military. You get time off on Sunday for the religion. You know what happens if you don't smoke and you're not a believer in any religion? You work.
Yep.
And no wonder Anthony. You know, Anthony. No wonder Jeremy started smoking.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah, no wonder.
Because you
No wonder
get
he
you
became a
get
smoker when he
you
joined.
get time off to smoke. You get time off to pray.
I hated him for that. Because, like, senior year, he found a pack of smokes I had, and he crushed him and threw him in a ditch and was bitching at me about it. And then, like, after he joined, he came back with a pack and was like, yeah, no, I smoke now, it's fine, it's whatever. It's like, really? You fucking were going to kick my ass over a pack of smokes like 12 months ago, you piece of shit?
Yep, no.
Like,
That's exactly
God
what it is.
damn it.
Because my dad has told me stories, and of course it's my father. He can always embellish stories because that's just who he is. He's a storyteller, but but it is like I fully believe, especially back in the 90s.
It's just such
In
a
Texas.
common thing with the military, you know?
Like, of course, like if you get time off, if you get time off for going to church every Sunday, and I was in the military, I would be in my ass in that church every Sunday.
Every Sunday,
My dad started smoking because of the military. So
Every Sunday.
yeah, every Sunday I would be there. Be like, oh, you get fucking 2 hours off where you don't have to fucking work your ass off? Sign me the hell up. It's crazy. I think what we should do is we should really wildly change the subject for when Mike comes back.
I don't know if Mike's gonna come back.
Yeah, Mike might be dead.
Mike might be dead. Mike, is he just still sick?
Yeah, he's a week behind what I had.
Okay.
So he's basically at the very end of it, but it's really hard.
Gotcha. So Anthony, you're Oh, hey, you know what? We were just talking about this. I just got 2 more emails.
Oh, YouTube?
Wouldn't you know it, Anthony? It's of course the episodes that got banned when we streamed them.
Oh.
The Nelbana CBS keeps blocking our videos.
What do we
That
do to you?
podcast episode just got blocked.
Wait, the one that says they keep blocking us?
Yeah, they did it again. And then the original one. We also got Muffin Timed. Now Sven with Pussy is also has a block on
Why?
it. I don't know. Probably because Sven did that, and they're like, that's part of a song. You can't have that.
It's transformative. Bite my ass. You can't. This is abuse. This is like when, Heather had fat thighs.
Even me and Sven's bonus has one now. The Halo series premiere review expecting Cortana, you get chemo, also has an issue on YouTube now, apparently. So for those of you who are wondering, Google Podcasts went away, and they make you put everything on YouTube now. Since it's been uploading all our shit on YouTube, it's just been flagging everything. YouTube's the only place I have this problem. I put it everywhere else. Spotify says nothing. Apple Podcasts says nothing. No one says shit. We put it on YouTube, and every single video's had some kind of fucking issue.
Not like it matters.
Yeah, no.
It even tells me, like, this doesn't affect your channel at all, yet. I was like,
no.
I don't give a shit. It's YouTube. I don't plan to try to use here for,
it doesn't
like,
affect us
you
yet
know?
because our livelihood isn't through that.
Yeah.
Imagine if it
Never
was.
fucking would be. Fuck. God,
What
if
are we
I
talking
had to
about?
do that, I'd probably
Is that
kill
it?
myself.
That's all I missed.
Yeah. Well, the thing was, I was going to try to wildly change the subject, and then that happened.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
I
was
wasn't
gonna
expecting that. The
come back
emails
to,
just
like-
popped
Speaking
up.
of wildly changing the subject.
Whoa, One Piece watch.
No.
Mike disappeared and watched an episode.
Anthony doesn't read. So,
I try.
and Jared kind of reads
I'm mildly
sometimes.
dyslexic.
I will read it
so-
if you give it to me.
That's not true.
That's for real.
That's
No,
not true.
I will.
Oh, yeah? You're going to read my fairy smut with me?
I'll read it.
You won't. You might,
fucking
actually.
I almost
You
bought
better
a
read fast
copy.
as shit. You give it
Might.
to me.
I almost bought a copy of Battlefield Earth. to
He
give to
did.
you.
He
It's a
did.
book club.
I don't know if I'd want to read that.
Thick.
I need my high horse, my soapbox, my
All right.
pulpit for like 5 minutes, and it's gonna turn into a rant, and we're gonna ADHD the fuck out of
You'd
this.
be fucking talking like Google animus.
Yeah, basically.
All right, getting on the soapbox.
There was a TikTok that came across my feed, and it's like a girl, and she's like, "Why don't men read fun books?" Hang on, and then it was stitched with, "What are you talking about? Catcher in the Rye is a great book," and they're like naming like literary classics that they read in high school. Sure, those are great books, but they are not fun books. However, gentlemen,
Yeah.
when is the last time that a young adult series or adult series that was like high fantasy was like advertised to you?
Never.
Yeah. No,
Right?
All the main protagonists are all young teenage women.
Right.
Yeah, no.
You didn't have the luxury of growing up with a sister close to your
Family
age that was
who loves
younger
you.
than you. You didn't
my
have
sister
that
did not
luxury
read.
either.
My sister read, but she didn't read that. She
Your
read
sister
horse
was in
books.
6th grade when we were in high school. She was reading Curious
She read
George.
horse
Yes.
books.
So, my sisters are 4 years younger than me, so we are still within that age group where we could
That's
have
Twilight.
similar things. And so, Holly and Heather were very into fairy girl magic bullshit. And so, because of that, I read the Twilight series. I
Okay,
read
all right,
these
see where this is
things.
going.
So, like, a lot of these guys that are like, "What are you talking about? I read Catcher in the Rye." You'd either, one, didn't have a sister that was close in age to give you good recommendations, or haven't picked up a book since high school. I say this just because there are a lot of good books out there. They are just not marketed to men unless you are in a committed relationship with a female who making you read them, or are gay. Tell me I'm wrong, gentlemen.
I'm not.
You're
I
not-
got a
Fairy
book.
smut
Yeah.
is for the girls and the gays. And Mike.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're debating, I know.
Yeah, we're still. It's a spectrum.
I should have been born a woman.
I should have been born a woman.
Look at Jared's face.
No, I got a book.
Yes.
I got the
argue.
Dark Imperium.
Yeah.
Book 1 of 3
Yeah.
for Christmas. It's a Warhammer book.
Okay.
So
Gonna read it?
eventually,
Gonna read it.
I can't. I'm committed to painting right now. I can't paint and read.
You can. Call it an
No,
auto.
no.
Can.
You can't. No, Michael. Let me explain how Anthony's brain works.
Yeah.
Anthony cannot focus and listen to words at the same time.
Why does everyone have that issue?
'Cause
I don't.
I'm autistic.
So am I.
Yeah, but we're different.
you gonna say the same thing to me?
Yeah, he's that
spectrum.
He's the Bob's Burger meme TikTok. Was like, oh, you're the worst kind of autistic.
How many are there?
7. No, 600. There's 3. You're the worst kind of autistic.
No,
That's Anthony. That's
it's
Anthony.
like if I'm ever focused, like you should see me write an email for work because I have to pause my music, take out my earbuds,
I hate
and
people
write
like
it.
you.
I physically cannot think when I hear stuff. Like I got an audiobook. I have one. It's the
Don't
Lord.
listen to it, do you?
No, because I can't do it while I try doing it while I work. I can't. The brain is, the gears are spinning. Like, I listened to 4 chapters, didn't hear a fucking word.
I listened to
That's
murder
like
podcasts.
20 minutes. 40 minutes.
Intricate,
an hour.
detailed, actual play D&D podcasts, all while like estimating for a whole house rebuild and fucking deciding liability with my Apple headphones on with like drowning out sound, so it's literally just that in my head.
Couldn't hear a word.
So here's the thing, Anthony. Do me and Mike just have like some part of the woman?
No, it's me.
Women brain.
Yes.
Yeah.
What makes
you
us
can't, but I
Hey,
do the
Jared.
same thing. I could listen to a podcast and walk or write or do anything.
Well, I can.
It doesn't
I
distract me
can
from
listen to a
doing
podcast
anything.
and walk.
Are you
Come
sure?
on.
Are you sure? Have
Yes.
you tried it?
Yes, I used to ride my bike.
Riding your bike's different. That just requires balance.
I can. That's a lot harder.
No, it's not. Once you're going, you're on it, and you're good till you get to your destination.
No, it's
He's
just,
gonna get hit by a car, Jared. We can't let this man walk and listen to a podcast.
I can.
We'd be responsible for his death. He'd have a widowed. What happened? He was listening to a podcast, didn't hear the car. Beep beep, boom. And then the worst part is he in heaven. He's cursing us out. He's like, I didn't actually hear anything that podcast said to me.
It's like I don't know what it is about my brain. I have like some sort of disability.
Stand for this one. I want this one on fucking.
But it's like, no, seriously. I was painting, listening to an audiobook. I painted like half the figure, looked at the thing, so I was 49 minutes past. I'm like, I didn't hear a fucking word
I love this.
that this fucking said.
Taking it one step forward, I can watch actual play like video games on YouTube with the audio commentary while working and understand everything that's going on in this bubble of mine. I don't get it.
If I'm focusing on my work, I can't listen to things.
Oh, buddy.
I can only do one or the other.
Oh, buddy, you gotta get that shifting gears, man. You got the worst kind of autistic.
When I
Just broken
Not
kind.
broken.
when I got into
4?
last podcast, they were like 300 some episodes in already. I binged those while playing games.
Yeah,
I can-
I
no,
watched,
I can do that
I watched all of Game of Thrones while doing property
You
inspection.
should see me playing video games. I'm trying to listen to an episode, and a cutscene happens on the thing, or something, or I'm bike, and I'll pause the thing and I'll watch.
You don't turn the. Hey,
Wow.
can I ask you an honest question?
And I'll answer honestly.
Okay. Do you, when you're driving, do you turn the music down so
Yes.
you can see better?
Yes.
Okay, we're
I
on the same
can't
page then.
with you.
I do that too. So it's fine.
Okay.
It's an overstimulation thing.
Nope.
But like, typically my brain can handle that. But like,
If
when
I'm
my
in a
life's in the
new,
line,
if I'm in a new area on my GPS, I will turn off all music and
Fair.
just drive in silence because
Okay.
I need to focus.
Yep.
If this says turn left, I have to be
This
ready.
is where I diverge. I do not do that.
I do that too, and it's fine because like
You're
sometimes
doing bees.
you just get overstimulated, especially in a new area. But like, just the worst kind of autistic.
It's like a weird overstim. That's what it is.
It's
an
overstimulation.
overstimulation. And I just can't. Physically, I cannot.
Yeah. and-
Like when I say I'm autistic, I'm not being like, oh, look at me. I have to organize my things in alphabetical order because he.
As I'm looking at a Transformers shelf where there's a whole row of Optimus Primes, but
I mean, that's different. That's the
I
character
have
shelf.
a really mean.
oh yeah, that's the character shelf.
Yeah, because
no,
I love
yeah.
Optimus Prime, and that's why he's got his own shelf because I got so
Wait.
many figures of him.
Okay, but isn't that the Beast Wars shelf?
That is the Beast Wars Maximal shelf.
Okay, isn't that the dinosaur shelf?
That is the Dinobot shelf.
Okay, what's up top? Those are all like
those are the big ones that can't really fit on shelves.
right. And what are they called?
Well, those are the Titans.
There you go. And they're all on the top shelf.
Yeah, all
Wait, where's all the
Titans.
broken glass ones? The shattered glass figures, right? Those are all in their own.
Yep, they're in all.
Yeah.
The records are all their thing.
But he doesn't organize them by alphabetical.
I
God
have something.
forbid.
This joke may sound mean, but I'm actually very curious with what I've learned about you today.
Opening. You guys,
When you go down,
I know, right?
When you go down on a woman,
I don't.
do you have to have her not make any noise because it might ruin you trying to sound out the alphabet?
No.
Because you have to focus on what you're doing right now.
She has to make noise.
No, it's actually the opposite. She has to make noise.
Yeah,
Much of the stress of my wife.
I dated a dead
one
fish
time.
once too, so
Heather likes
Like,
it.
I get it.
I'm just like, and I spoke to her.
I need something.
Yeah,
you
and
gotta
earlier,
let me
like-
know if I'm doing good.
Yeah, like,
Yep.
like if you just being quiet there, you're enjoying it, doing nothing for me. I don't know if I'm
Nope.
doing good.
Nope,
I don't know if we're
no
working
idea.
on
So
there.
that is the one. So if you can do it there, why can't you listen to the podcast? I'm like,
because I'm
do something
focused on eating a pussy.
Right, but you're
I'm not
focusing-
going
but you're
A,
all-
B, C, D. I'm like lick, 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 lick.
I mean, that's fair.
Angle, lick, 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 angle, lick, lick, lick.
Your neck's getting stiff. It's fine.
Gotta get the whole.
Yep.
Oh my god, let me tell you, it's the worst
I
when your
don't-
sister won't.
that is the worst statement.
I need that censored. I don't want. I need you to bleep that so fucking hard, Jared. I desperately need that bleeped. The unbleeped can go on. The unbleeped can go on Patreon, but that in particular, that hurt my soul. I get it. Listen, I understand, but I need that bleep just so no one else gets it, because it's fucking amazing.
I'm sorry, Mike. It's just,
No, it's fine.
I'm always like,
No, I
not
get it.
talking about it because it's you and I.
No,
if
I
was
get
in that
it.
situation.
It's
I'd be
fine.
like, it's a little awkward. Well, it's actually not as awkward.
And I
as
don't
me
really
because-
give a shit. I just want it bleeped because it's fucking funny. It broke Jared. It broke me for a minute too.
Well, it's not like I can
No, I
find
get
out
it's
about
fine. I just. Well, it's a mental block sometimes. You can sometimes.
Yeah,
It's
no,
fine.
it is. I'm not gonna go into details about it, but sometimes it is a mental block.
I get it.
Oh, so that's been the sex talk at the hour 5-minute mark. Hopefully,
No,
you
this has
enjoyed
been
the
the
bleep.
autism mark of Anthony, where Jared asked me a question and I spiraled.
Yeah. I forgot we were talking about books. How
Yeah.
the fuck did we get here?
Because I can't listen to audiobooks and do things at the same
Oh,
time.
fucking, we went from fucking audiobooks to fairy smut to actual fucking smut. Ow. My God.
I mean, Mike's the most sexually experienced here.
That's
You
true.
know, with all the porn he's
A
watched.
dead fish will make it last forever, and it's just not fun. I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been
You
there.
call it the dead fish?
I call it dead fish.
Yeah, I got called the starfish when it was in
Oh.
PA. So people were calling it that.
Yeah, it's a dead fish.
Because there
here.
was the one really hot chick at the office, and everybody's like, "Oh man!" But then there was that one guy who had, and he's like, "No, dude, starfish.
Yeah, just
Like
like
she's
they
hot,
flop.
but she's
Yep.
not gonna do
Yeah.
anything."
Like you need,
Yeah,
I need to set like one of my like again. We're not gonna like. Sorry to get on this. Like one of my ex, like I would physically have to like tap her like thighs to get her to say something or do like, is this good?
Yep, no,
Is
Are
this-
you alive?
Yeah, I need to know something.
Am I in the
can't,
right
man.
spots?
And then I've been with the exact opposite, and it's the greatest thing in the fucking world. Just
Women,
just the
I just
greatest
want
thing
to
in the
say,
world.
as
Oh, white
three
hot
men at
baby.
a table,
Three white men at a table.
three
White men at a
two
table.
white men at a
No,
table.
with
somewhat
way
brown
different
man.
relationship status.
He's white. Okay, he's half white. We'll give him in this one.
I'm 3/4.
Please
There you go.
do not just dead fish, starfish.
Yeah.
Don't lay there, say nothing, do nothing. I might as well just dig up a body, and that's not what I want.
No, my
So,
problem
like,
is,
come on,
if you're
now,
not
work
making
with
noise,
me.
I'm like,
I
okay,
know.
she's not enjoying
Yeah, this is not good.
And if I'm like, if I start thinking
Getting in your
about
own
it,
head.
I'm just like, I can't.
Getting
What
in
am
your
I
own
doing
head.
wrong? I just got to start
Have
stressing
you
out.
ever been with somebody where you just had to get it out to get it over with? Where like that kind of thing happens, where like they get really quiet, and you're just like, well, I'm already kind of here, and like,
Yeah.
well, just get it out.
Yep,
Mike knows.
I do. I know what you're talking about.
I know. You said
It's
a lot of
fine.
things.
It's fine. I was listening.
One time.
I was
enough
on.
for me
I
to be
was
like,
on.
no.
I was on the TikTok and listening to Jared because I can't do.
I cannot.
Fucking bring it full circle, baby.
Yeah, no, that's actually honestly, I got to admit that.
You're gonna die to a serial killer, and it's because you're listening
So
to a podcast.
the next time we play Mario Party, we just have to make sure there's music and an audiobook going at the same time. And Anthony will be like, I don't know what's going. He can start twitching and glitching out.
no, the problem-
Error 404 page not
No,
found.
the thing is, I'd be able to work past that because I only need to focus on one thing. I can't focus on two things.
We're gonna give you headphones with noise
That
canceling.
sounds like a fucking game show right there. Put on the audiobook and I have to listen to it.
Yeah.
No, what we do is we find an audiobook of a book that one of you have read.
Yeah.
With a test. You
Oh,
figure
yeah.
out How long? Like what answers have an hour? No, because I have to answer them or else I don't win.
I was gonna say my mother used to do that because they used
We
to
get
read
negative
2-3 books
stars
at a
for
time.
that. We have
Every
to
question I
readjust.
get wrong, I lose a star.
We have to adjust the stars.
That's
Is-
fucking
is
a
losing
game
a
right
star
there.
where you
Bad
lock in your
game.
room.
No, because there's no lock on my door. Come in anytime.
Oh, your lock's not on the outside of your door?
No, because I had parents who let me.
You know what? I would argue
I never had
that
a
that's
real
true.
door. So
What?
Yeah.
You never
Yeah.
had a door?
No.
a real door.
He doesn't have like your standard,
So my
open
room
door.
is
Oh,
technically
okay.
part what I think was the original living room,
Oh.
and they put up a fake wall, and they had a sliding divider for like an office, and then that got in, so now I have like a dual fold door, and for a long time I had like a ventilated dual fold door, so I had to hang blankets out when I brought my bitches over because I didn't want the sweats and the cummies getting out.
Heather didn't have a door.
Yeah, they had beads.
They voluntarily took off their doors so they could have beads
Yeah,
because they thought it was cooler.
we were dumb children.
Yeah.
I wish I had freedom.
Of course,
like
then
that.
it didn't matter. She just fucked some
Yeah.
dude in the living room while I was sleeping, apparently, so it's fine.
Anthony, you dirty dog.
No, it was before Anthony.
But we did have sex in her room. We were home. We were just us there, so it's not.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't be able to with anyone
I
else.
had
No.
sex in the living room when my family slept a couple of rooms over.
Yeah, I
and
busted
they
it out
were-
your mom's mouth too. What do you want?
Oh, God.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I would hope
But
not.
no, and also Heather's bed growing up that we still have technically.
Yes, you do. It's
It's a
upstairs.
twin.
Yeah.
My fat ass don't fit on a twin. I'm like pressed up against the wall.
We all had twin beds growing up. It was very uncomfortable until I realized I could fit a full in my room, and I'm like, fuck yeah, here we go.
They always had twins?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. My
Yeah,
queen
we were
bed was the
poor,
biggest
Jared.
bed.
But no, I understand that.
Yeah.
I mean,
You had a water bed.
that was given to him
Yeah.
through some other job he did, and it was a shitty waterbed. The only good thing about that waterbed was the frame itself, because the frame was like a dark oak, and that was about it.
Where did you, Jared? If you didn't have a real mattress, how did you hide your porn underneath in between your mattress and your box spring?
Because I got a real mattress later on.
I remember the day
Because, you know, at some point my stepdad's like, oh, maybe a water mattress on the second floor is not a smart idea. Maybe we should get him, like, a different bed in
I
case
guess the
something
kid that keeps
happens.
pissing, like you keep pissing off. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I don't know how you did it the first time. I would have gotten in a real bad argument. I'm like, this mattress is getting ripped open.
Because I'm smart
in the hole.
enough to, even when I get mad, I'm smart enough to be like, I need that later.
Yeah, fair.
That's
If
true.
I
You
get
sleep
rid
in
of
a
my
hole.
bed, then I'd have nothing.
Fair.
I still remember the horror because, like I've said in the past, my grandpa had Playboys and he kept them up in the attic,
Yep.
which was in my room.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, that's right,
I still remember the horror of coming home one day and all the Playboys I grabbed and stashed in between my mattress and box spring were on top of my mattress laid out.
Your
And
mother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
yeah,
was just
that's
like,
about right.
I was
See,
like-
I didn't even get that.
I was
My
like,
parents
oh,
just
no.
threw it all in the dumpster and then just gave me a talk of like, we know what you found. Meanwhile, I'm like, yeah, it's his that he hid in the garage very poorly, and I
Yeah.
just found the fucking
Yeah.
box.
No, it was
That's
like-
not my fault.
The best part was after I found the porn and got the porn, my grandpa put the porn into his office.
He had an original Pam Anderson in that box, and
Wow.
they just threw it all in the fucking dumpster.
Damn.
You're goddamn right. I went
More
diving
like
for that.
Pam.
Luckily, they were just on top because again, not smart. They didn't try to bury it. They just
Right.
kind of put it in there.
Or
so.
they were very smart and they're like, we're just gonna put it on top so we can get it later. So we can read it together and masturbate watching
That
each other.
it's, you know, I would say that's disgusting, but from everything I've ever learned, because I have a weird family, that's actually probably about right.
Dude, I want to bust it out your mom's butthole.
Oh,
But not like from sex, just like spread it open, just come in there from a distance.
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Because it would traumatize both of us forever.
Should probably like.
We would be tunnel buddies in the weirdest of way.
No, you wouldn't.
I didn't
no,
come
you
out of. I
would
wasn't
not.
a butt baby.
You weren't a butt baby.
Well, okay, then I'll
Jared,
just come in a regular
Jared, if anyone at the table was a butt baby, it was you. I I hate to bring that up. My voice is so fucked right now, guys.
You know, oh, look at that. We got more emails. Episode 112 and episode 156 now also.
All before
Mega
I was on the
Moranis
podcast,
episode.
so. What?
Yeah, there's a
Holy
Mega
shit.
Moranis episode.
I wonder if
with
they're
a string,
picking up the
and
audio
it's
in the
only
background.
audio.
Yeah, they might be picking up the audio in the background.
Yeah, no, it might be the audio
In the background, it might
Again,
be.
we don't run
No,
for YouTube, so
yeah,
who gives
no,
a shit?
because I've listened to those episodes. They're not like there's not. You can't really see
there's
the
subtle moments here and there, but like I've always tried to keep.
But it's also
things to where it wasn't
transformative
overpowering.
parody law, so.
That's fair.
Yeah, YouTube sucks. That's just
Yeah,
all
it's
we need to
true.
know there.
Yeah, fuck YouTube.
Anthony, who is your favorite to find in a porn magazine? Did you have like a name that if you saw it on there in the collection, you were like, oh, this is a
No.
good issue?
No.
I had a Carmen Electra, I had a Pam Anderson, and there was probably a few other ones that were bigger fans.
I really like
but
the ones that were just the porn.
I think there actually was one that was like, I think she was. Oh God, there was one of them because she was like, she was like more fit, and I saw something way later on that I think she was like an athlete that did a photo shoot for Playboy, and he actually had that one too.
Many of them do.
He had that one too. Yeah, it was it was the American Gladiator chick. Because I watched the series Netflix put out where they were talking about how that TV show became a thing, and there was one of the girls who did go Playboy for a hot minute after
There were
that.
some girls
and
out from
he had that issue
Survivor.
too.
Yeah, no, there were no.
I mean, everybody can. I mean,
My grandpa had a trunk full of Playboys. I didn't really pick. I didn't really care. I was like, titties.
what about the off-brand porn?
I'd never had a hustler.
Man,
You did
Yeah. Jason had some weird
because
shit.
we read them.
Oh, I know. You guys were like digging through, and you were like, "How could you?" It's like they're not mine. These were all picked before I was even born. Did you look at the years
Yo,
on these?
hey, there ain't nothing wrong with a little
He
bit of
had
bush.
Playboy, he had Penthouse, he had Hustler. There were even some of the more random, like when people in a movie they're like, "Oh, big butts, blah blah blah." I know there were literally ones like that just in this stack of porn. Like there was a little bit of fucking everything,
A little bit of fucking everything. A little bit of everything.
and yet I
fucking.
still wanted to fuck Lola Bunny. I was
Hey,
a weird kid.
No, there's nothing weird about that. She doesn't count as a furry.
I feel like the free pass thing is a joke. I
No,
think once you just like it, you like
everyone wants to fuck Lola Bunny, no matter who you are, if you're a furry or not.
it. I know some people who don't.
They're lying. They're two people.
You're all a bunch of fucking liars.
Those who say that they want to fuck Lola Bunny and damn liars.
Are they though?
Yeah. I bet you if I asked my wife, would you have sex with Lola Bunny from Space Jam, she'd be like, no, but if I was gay, yeah.
So end out the episode here with just throw it in because I forgot to bring it up earlier. Because I think I'm the only one who watched it, which is fair. But I watched Echo.
Yeah,
I just haven't had the time yet.
I didn't realize it was on Hulu, and Holly doesn't have the Disney Plus set to 18 plus. So
You don't mind?
Honestly,
no, I don't need it. It's on Hulu.
my only thoughts with it honestly were. It does this thing where it does black cuts like it's supposed to have commercials, but it
Yeah.
doesn't. And every time it does it, I'm like, that's such a
Obnoxious.
that's such
Wait,
a
why?
dumb fucking thing that this has because it wasn't going to TV, so I don't know why. Did they not have a transition? Is the only thing I can think that they just had the shots and were like, put it together. Because that's the only thing that makes fucking sense.
I
But
mean,
it's really jarring when they.
I don't think Marvel had much faith in Echo in
No.
general.
No, they didn't. But honestly, the finale to that show was my favorite part. Was the finale.
Because it was
It,
over.
No, actually, I just read an article today that was not hurtful. I was expecting it to get like harsh on it, but they actually made a really good point. Echo
Echo.
gives them a chance if they do things correctly with the way they did the show. Since there's no Kang, so the multiverse thing is kind of fucked, which is why they ended Loki season 2 the way they did. Mm-hmm. This show follows the theme that they were pointing out is in this phase anyway, that will help fix that problem for them, which is legacy.
Sure.
Because they were like everything leading up
legacy.
everything leading up to Endgame was Tony, Steve, Scarlet. Like everyone was dreading the legacy they were going to leave behind. Like, what is it that we've done that's brought us here? Blah blah blah. And they were like, a lot of the things we're seeing now are looking back at that legacy. They were like Ant-Man and Wasp,
What is a
Quantumania,
legacy?
where it's like, oh no,
Right.
Kang, and there's a legacy that he has, and Black Panther. The second Black Panther movie is all about T'Challa's gone. How do we live on the legacy of Black Panther and
Well,
our
you
kingdom?
just have a son named T'Challa and you age him
yeah.
up.
I mean, yeah. And this one does the same thing where it's her and her family's legacy that it deals with. So it's like this one does the same thing of instead of dealing away with the multiverse, dealing with the legacies left behind. Because like even like Falcon didn't want to take up Captain America because that's a legacy and a mantle he didn't know if he could live up to. And like that's what this phase is doing. And instead of multiverse with Kang, we're gonna focus on this for our street level people. Like Earth is dealing with things left behind.
Let the street level people deal with street level things.
I agree, and reading the guy's thing on it, it was like, yeah, no, that makes sense. Where like Earth is gonna deal with all the shit that's left behind. Like Iron Man's dead, but there's still all the fucking shit that he left behind. Captain America's gone, but there's still all the fucking shit that got left behind for him. This we're okay with. If the multiverse is just going to be dead, then yes, go this route. That gives you some options.
Yeah, give it someone else.
So yeah, Echo, I thought it was all right. I put it in the chat that I was like kind of like Daredevil, but it starts to delve into Iron Fist, where like the villain's really good, and it's just some of the story points don't connect the way they should. But overall, it wasn't terrible.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my long rant on that.
How do you guys feel about? I know you said the end out, but just a quick thing. The Mandalorian Grogu movie.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't need the movie. The series.
We gotta go see it though.
We'll probably say it without Mike. I have a feeling Mike will be like, I don't.
No, the thing is, I believe I don't think Mike currently won't want to, but when it gets close to it, Mike will binge the entire thing. Be like, all right, let's go.
I hate that you said that, and it's so fucking true. I've watched the first and second season. How many seasons are there? 3. I've watched the first 2. I've watched the first 2 in Boba Fett, so like I'm not that far behind.
Okay.
Like I got 1 season to binge, and it was only because like the Star Wars kind of fell in that same realm as superheroes, and I just don't
I get that.
Which is why I'm so obsessed with like fucking Ted right now, because neither of those shit. We'll talk Ted next week, don't worry.
We'll talk Ted. Anthony's got a piece, so.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, everyone, we got patreon.com/oddcastn. There's bonuses up there, plenty of things going on.
If you have any questions, oddcastmedia@gmail.com.
Don't forget to email us your favorite cartoon foods as well.
Yes, go follow us at OddcastN on X, Oddcast Network everywhere else. You all have a great night.
Goodbye.
Oh, my pussy.